of Unboxed. We're so glad to have you with us today. Got a little tongue twisted here. Let me start from the top, if that's all right. I'm so glad that each of you have chosen to join us today. Let me share with you. Strong, healthy relationships take place because of emotionally mature leaders. Matter of fact, dysfunctional relationships are developed, they're fostered, and they grow under the gardening of emotionally immature leaders. The reason I always say emotionally immature instead of just immature is because there are children, there are youth who are physically immature, intellectually or academically immature, but who are emotionally mature. So I don't want to insult them and just, put it down to immaturity. Unfortunately, there are some children who are more mature than the adults that are around them. Today, what I want to do is I want to give you the 11 signs of what a strong, emotionally mature leader looks like. So stick around as we unbox your leadership and unbox your relationships. I'm Dr. Robert Davis, family life educator and relationship coach, and welcome to Unboxed, a frank and straightforward conversation about relationships. We're going to talk about family, church, workplace, and all other types of relationships. Join me for the next few moments as we unbox the power and potential of relationships and help you to live your best life. All right. Welcome, everyone. So glad to have you here. Before we get started, do me a huge favor. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share, as well as hit the notification button so that you can know if you're watching us on YouTube, hit the notification button. That way you can know when we're coming on live. All right. And if you're listening to this via podcast, you've got to check out our website. It's www.swg-unboxed.org. That's swg-unboxed.org. Okay. Today, I'm going to give you the 11 indicators, and I'm sure someone may think of more or less or whatever. But anyway, I'm going to give you the 11 indicators that I've identified of an emotionally mature leader. Over the next several broadcasts, I will break down what each one of these 11 indicators actually mean. Okay, so today I'm just going to give you the 11 indicators, and then we're going to come back and spend some time together talking about what each one of those indicators mean, and hopefully we can glean some insight in how we can raise our level of emotional maturity, raise our level of functioning. Okay, here we go. All right, number one, this is the 11 indicators of emotional maturity. 11 indicators that lead for leaders of emotional maturity. And I just want you to, as we go through, do me just a quick favor. This is what I'm going to do for you. What I want you to do is I want you to take a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being not present and 5 being present all the time. So in other words, I kind of want you to score yourself between 1 to 5, 1 being, weak, 5 being very strong. Okay. And I want you to kind of grade yourself as to where you see yourself with these 11 indicators. All right, let's get going. Here we go. Indicator number 1, emotionally strong leaders are able to maintain one-to-one relationships with emotionally significant members of the relationship system. They are able to maintain one-to-one relationships with emotionally significant members of the relationship system, whether that relationship system is church, whether it is biological family, extended family, whether it is workplace relationships, etc. Number 2, maintaining one-to-one relationships without secrets or triangling in someone or something to help manage relationship difficulties. So it's not just about maintaining one-to-one relationships, but maintaining one-to-one relationships without secrets or triangling in someone or something to help manage relationship difficulties. Number 3 is observing relationship processes and symptoms rather than thinking cause and effect and blaming. And this is one we're really going to get into. And you may not even really be able to understand it too much right now, but trust me, when we get into it, it's going to make a lot of sense. But if you are able to grasp it, go ahead and give yourself a score. All right, number 4. Observing what is going on in the relationship and the part you play. That's right, observing what is going on in the relationship and the part you play. All right, here's indicator number five. Indicator number five, taking responsibility for the part you play in the relationship. Taking responsibility for the part you play in the relationship. All right, here's number six, taking responsibility for your own emotional being and destiny. I guess I could have put the word well-being, but taking responsibility for your own emotional being and destiny. All right, let's keep on going. Number seven, being responsible and speaking for yourself and only for yourself. Wow. It's almost as if I wrote that one right there just to stick it to myself. So I'm going to grade myself right here and let you know what that grade is. On my best day, I'm hovering around a 2. I'm just going to be honest with you. On my normal day, I'm hovering around a 1. And I share these things with you, not as a way just to, for self-deprecation. I share these things with you because I want you to understand that we are all on a journey, that we all have areas of strength. We all have areas of growth. None of us are perfect. None of us have arrived, but we kind of get an understanding of what the goal is. And then we work together as a team, as a group, to try to get there. That's why our leaders peer support group is so important, because it's leaders helping leaders to reach their goals. All right, number 8, sharing your thoughts and beliefs and hearing others without becoming defensive and argumentative. Sharing your thoughts and beliefs and hearing others without becoming defensive or argumentative. Wow. Number 9, living life according to well thought out beliefs and principles. And that's my number 1 that I've been pushing for the longest here at UnBoxed. Living life according to well thought out beliefs and principles. And here's the last 2. Number 10, not making your salvation. And I use that one because I was a preacher. I use that because I was a preacher. But number 10, not making your salvation or your mature functioning dependent on the functioning of others. So not making your mature functioning. You already know where I'm going with that one. I'll be mature if you be mature. I'll do right if you do right. We're going to go into that one a lot deeper, but I think you kind of get where that's coming from. And then number 11, being able to stay on course when others sabotage you. And again, I want to say this. That was one of my greatest challenges, especially when it came to the area of pastoral leadership. And I want to talk to my friends out here who are pastors. There are individuals that manage their stress levels and their anxiety levels by sabotaging. That's just what they do. And the question is, are you able to stay the course when others are sabotaging you or the program that you're trying to implement? And I'll be honest with you, that was one of the hardest things. I wished that during my time as a pastor, I would have had an UnBoxed to help coach me through as I was attempting to navigate these relationship challenges and relationship pitfalls. And I want to say this, I had a very good pastorate. I loved it. But I also recognized that there were several areas of immaturity, more than I would like to admit here on this broadcast, several areas of immaturity that continued. Because one of the things that you recognize as a leader, especially of a nonprofit, and when you're a pastor, you are dealing primarily, unless you're at a mega church where you got 30 people on staff, when you are dealing with your small, normal sized churches, medium, small churches, you are dealing primarily with an all volunteer force. Your treasurers volunteer, your janitors, deacons, all of that stuff is volunteer. And so you can't use the carrot or the stick of money. Hey, you want your kids out on the street? Well, you better shape up before you get fired. That doesn't, you can't use that anymore. So you have to figure out a way to be the best you. And man, I ran into a lot of challenges. And that's why I'm so excited about what I do now, because I want to make sure that others have the resources, have the coaching, have the support in place so that you can reach your full potential, so that you can be the best leader that you can be. All right. Those are the 11 signs right there. At UnBoxed, we walk with leaders. And I guess that's a good way of putting it. We walk with leaders as they develop these relationship characteristics. Unboxed recognizes that workplace culture changes when leaders elevate their level of functioning. I want to encourage you to join us for the next several broadcasts as we go on this journey to becoming the best, most emotionally mature leaders we can be. This is how we unbox our leadership. This is how we unbox our relationships. Take care.
Community leadership can be hard, lonely, and stressful. So if you're an executive director, you're not alone. UnBoxed offers a dynamic peer support group where executive directors can share their hopes, questions, fears, and expertise in a safe, confidential space. For more information about our executive directors support group, email us or visit our UnBoxed website.